Good afternoon to one and all, virtually present to this one-week faculty development program on understanding NAAC criteria, marching towards excellence. Highest form of prayer comes from the depth of humble heart. Let us all take a moment and request God for our event to be a successful one.
नमो हरिहन्तानं नमो सेदानं नमो आयर्यानं नमो वजायानं नमो लोये सवसाहुनं हेसो पञ्चनमोकारो सर्वपापपनाशनो मङ्गलानं चे सर्वेसिं पडमं हवै படமம் ஹவை மங்களம். நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் அதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே
With the blessings of God, I invite Madam Dr. N.M. Kavita, IQAC Director, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Shaswan Jain College for Women, to welcome the gathering and to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Sanjay Dattatreya Gaikwad.
Kavita ma'am, you're on mute, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're on mute, ma'am.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So a very pleasant evening to everyone. On behalf of Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Session Jain College for Women, I take this opportunity to welcome all of you to this one-week virtual FDP on understanding NAAC criteria marching towards excellence, organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of our college in collaboration with IQAC Cluster India. Excellence is not a skill, it is an attitude. We as a college stand true to these words of Ralph Marston as we constantly remind ourselves to take the path of excellence and make it our attitude towards all our endeavors. This FDP has brought us together to a common platform to have a better understanding and clarity on the 7 NAAC criteria. At the outset, I am privileged to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Sanjay Dattatreya Gaikwad, IQAC Coordinator, Founder of IQAC Cluster India, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Bharatiya Jain, Sangatana's ASC College, Pune. Dr. Sanjay has a teaching experience of 26 years. As an ardent academic researcher, he is guiding several MPhil and PhD scholars. With a total of 22 research paper publications, 27 YouTube video lectures, 15 study materials, and 4 projects, Dr. Sanjay is undoubtedly a person who focuses on expanding his knowledge in his domain of study. He has participated in 12 international conferences, 15 national conferences, and 3 international workshops. He has also published reference books, textbooks, and IQAC manuals. Several institutions have invited him as a resource person for FDPs and guest lectures. Dr. Sanjay has several milestones in his professional journey. He has held several portfolios like being in charge of science faculty, head Department of Chemistry, member of LMC or CDC of college, coordinator of IQAC, online exam coordinator for SPP University Pune, etc. He is a recipient of Best Teacher Award by Kanduta Sahitya Parishad in 2014, Best Innovative Teacher Award by Savitribai Phule, Pune University in 2017, and Best Teacher Award by Community in 2018. Dr. Sanjay is a person who is sensitive to the needs of the society. He is into societal responsibilities such as disaster management in Gujarat and Jammu Kashmir, rehabilitation of orphanage students, Sujalam Suflam Bharat, coordinator for COVID-free village program, etc. His achievements are endless, and we are very much privileged to have such a phenomenal personality amidst us today. Sir, your presence is of great significance to us, and I welcome you, sir. I also extend my hearty welcome to our resource people, Mr. Parag S. Shah, Dr. Bole, Dr. Hemant Kumar Chandak, Professor Kankude Bharat Uttav, Dr. Ayub Mehboob Sheikh, Mr. Srihari Pingle, and Mrs. Gauri Devastali. We are delighted to have such eminent speakers who will share with us their understanding and knowledge of the NAAC criteria. So with great delight, I welcome the participants who have joined us today to imbibe the nuances of the NAAC criteria. I'm sure this FDP will give us a deep understanding of the qualitative and quantitative metrics of the revised NAAC framework, thereby enabling us to enhance the IQAC's planning and execution of the NAAC requirements in order to achieve excellence in higher education. So once again, my heartfelt welcome to everyone present here. Thank you. Yes, Diana, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We are extremely delighted to have an inspirational keynote speaker amongst us today. I feel honored in inviting our speaker, Dr. Sanjay Dattatreya Gaekwad, IQAC Coordinator, founder of IQAC Cluster India, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Bharatiya Jain Sangatana's ASC College, Vagoli, Pune, to address the gathering. Sir, over to you.
Can I share the slides?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Good afternoon. Respected Sri Abhay Jain, the Secretary of the Institute, Mr. Ashok Kumar Mehta, Associate Secretary of the Institute, Dr. Padmavati Ma'am, Principal of the College, Mrs. Kavita Ma'am, Uma Maheshwari Ma'am, the organizing team, and the IQAC Coordinator of the College, the IQAC Cluster Trustees, and all participants of the 1 week virtual FDP organized on understanding NAAC criteria, marching towards excellence. I congratulate to this institute to organizing this webinar because the 2 reasons. First is to organize this webinar, and it is required to all institute. And second thing is that the 2 meanings of these webinars are there. Understanding the NAAC criteria, this is one question. And another is marching towards excellence. And for this purpose, the marching towards the excellence, this is most important for the all institute. Now, when we are thinking about the NAAC, the NAAC is given the assessment and accreditation process. And due to this, we are falling to improve ourselves, not only for the student, but faculty, institute, the infrastructure like that. Now, if we look towards the national education policy, now it will work from the 23. The main objective of this national education policy for the higher education are the liberal undergraduate education. Now, in our system, now in some universities, the choice-based credit system worked. But actually, can we use the meaning of the CBCS system? Because in our college, whatever the facilities, whatever the courses are available and given to the student, only from that the student can choose. And even that, according to our university syllabus, we are not allowing so many courses to the students. But in the national education policy after 2023, we are allowing this national education policy for the higher education to give the liberal undergraduate education. Now, liberal undergraduate education means student can do or can accept, can take the admission for the courses that he has their interest. Now, for example, when we are taking the admission for the science student, for example, chemistry, then he is not able to take the art faculty subject for their career. He is taking the first year, second year, and third year, the chemistry subject. And after graduate, he is a graduate in the chemistry. But with this, the liberals facility, if available, then student can take the benefit to learn another subject in the 3-year course also. Now, such a type of system we have to make. And NAAC has given the assessment and accreditation process where how many facilities are available for the student to choose the program. And that has the question for us. When the education policy will implement after 23, then we have to make the changes in our syllabus, in our curricula. Second thing is that the faculty and institutional autonomy. The autonomy should be given to the college. Autonomy should be given to the institute. But is the autonomy given to the faculty to choose their curricula? Now, we are taking the syllabus from the university. The university board of studies given the syllabus. But our institute, our teacher, our faculty has to right to make the curricula to given to the student according to where the college is localized. Because what is the need of the community from the student, that curricula should be made in such a way that as per the requirement. But what happened nowadays, the university has given the syllabus and the teachers are teach into the classroom as well. Nowadays, back 2 years, we are teaching online mode and we are teaching the syllabus, but we are not making the curricula. The faculty should has the autonomy to make their curricula to get the job to employment or graduatable skilled student in future. And for this purpose, the autonomy should be given to the faculty as well as institution. Then thirdly, the liberal education and programs, departments, schools of higher education institution. Now there must be a liberty in the department to choose the courses. Now, what type of courses should be chosen by the student? That is also most important. Can we give them different names? School of Chemistry, School of Arts, School of Music. Such a type of liberty should be given to the departments. And then the student can choose according to their need. Thirdly, the appointment of the teachers, appointment of the non-teaching staff. Can we give the merit basis on the merit? Now, if this is happening into the institution, then it will be benefited to the student. Then establishment of the National Research Foundation. Now such a type of foundation, research foundation, the skilled foundation, the extracurricular foundation, can such a type of units can be established in our college, or to make the cluster with the 4 to 5 college, and such a type of foundation can be raised, then the student can earn the credits in different ways. Then multidisciplinary environment and institutions. Now multidisciplinary environment can be given to the student. The student requires such a type of multidisciplinary environment because every student has a certain skill, and we can understand the skills of the student. According to that, our systems can be made. In this way, the student can take the admission for the interdisciplinary as well as a multidisciplinary knowledge. Now, third thing is that the imaginative curricula and pedagogy, because teacher has a right, because every teacher has different skills, and if he use these type of skills, then the pedagogy can be changed, and with the help of, according to the need of the student, if he use the pedagogy, then student can learn many more. Now in this way, the national education policy can be implemented after 2 years. Now what happened in last 2 years, even that somebody says that it is a 0 year, but I'm not thinking that this is 0 year, because in these 2 years, we are taking the benefit of the ICT facility. We are taking the benefit of the online education, and student can able to take the many type of education, many type of courses he already done. And such a type of facility, if the provided by the college, then students can become a smart student. Now in this way, we can use the national education policy for the our benefit. NAAC gives the assessment and accreditation process. Now what is the vision of the NAAC? The NAAC has a vision to develop the quality in your education. Now this quality, when we are going to develop under the process of, for example, the periodic assessment and accreditation. Now the institute has to organize or arrange the periodic assessment and accreditation process of the institution of higher education or units of specific academic programs or projects. In this way, the periodic assessment is required, because after assessment, because when NAAC or UGC has made compulsory to assess our college by the NAAC, then and then only our colleges are thinking about the weak point of our institute. What is the requirement of the student? What is the requirement of the staff? We are thinking, the management is also going to think, and according to them, the developments are started, and therefore the assessment, periodic assessment and accreditation is required. Now second thing is that the academic environment. Now what type of academic environment should be there? Now to stimulate the academic environment for promotion of the quality in teaching, learning and research in higher education institution. Now it requires the academic environment is what? In the college time, suppose that 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hour college time is there. The students and the teaching staff should be involved in the academic environment. So everybody should be thinking of the student to go student, the output of our institute should be a bright output, a fine output. In this way, we have to create the environment, academic environment. Then encourage self-evaluation, accountability, autonomy, and innovations in higher education. Now, the programs are made in such a way that for the self-evaluation, accountability, then autonomy. Now, autonomy here with respect to the academic autonomy as well as the administrative autonomy. Now, in the autonomy, the student can do or can learn many things, because student has just only the 3 year or plus PG, for PG 2 years, means 3 to 5 years students are there. Now students should understand what skills he has. such a type of, suppose the activities are arranged in our college, in our institute, then the student can grown up, can update their skill in the college. Now, secondly, the quality related research studies, consultancy and training programs. Now, the institute has to stimulate these quality related programs in the colleges, and consultancy and training program. Consultancy is related to the whatever the skills the college has, not only the for student but teachers, management, what type of skills are there, can we use these skills for the society, such a type of consultancy we have to make for the useful for the society. On this basis, such a type of some trainings can be organized in the college. Now NAAC asked what type of consultancy you made, whatever you have from that, either you are useful for the society or not, that can be understood with the help of NAAC assessment. This is the most important, the audit, and audit is important for everybody. Then collaboration with the stakeholders. Now collaboration with the stakeholders, because our aim, the stakeholders are most important, because the parents are chosen the college for their boys or girls. Why this chosen? Because we have certain things, and if these certain things, if the stakeholders are make collaboration with us, then they involved in the all process, and therefore to collaborate with our other stakeholders of higher educations for quality education, evaluation, promotion, and sustenance. In this way, the collaboration should be there. Now, NAAC has given the 5 core values, and these core values are very most important for the each and every institution. Firstly, the contribution to national development. Now, for national developments, the student, the teachers, as well as the management, whatever the activities are there, they are related to the national development. Second thing is that whatever we learn, run the activities throughout the college in the year, these are related to fostering global competencies among the student. Because our student, not only it has the capacity or it knows just only the college campus, but globally how these students are there, gives the presence into the outside in the community, as well as in the country, as well as in the international level. For this purpose, our thinking should be there. Then inculcating the value system in the student. Values, nowadays the values are most important. Are we organize such a type of programs, through this the values are inbuilt, values are improved in the student, that is also most important. Fourth core value is promoting the use of technology. Now we all are very useful, better have the better knowledge in case of the promotion use of the technology, because in the pandemic situation we are using the so many type of technologies. The students learn, the teachers also learn all this technology. Can we use this technology to make a smart work? And lastly, the quest for excellence, because quest for excellence is most important. Now, what are the benchmark for the excellence for our institute? Now, we know that in the NAAC accreditation process, in the criteria, we are writing the program outcome, then course outcome, then program specific outcome. But can we write some institute outcome? Because these are our outcomes. This is related to the vision and mission of our institute. Can we write the outcomes of the institute and are imparted or implemented through the student in the society? Now, such a type of excellence should be there. NAAC gives us the idea about these all 4 values, 5 values, and in these 5 values, we can make the student a smart student and can be in the market, the student should be a bright student for our college. Now, if we look towards the contribution to the national development, we can use some access with the equity. Some programs we have to make related to the equity. Then developmental thrust in identification of research areas in the academic programs and community engagement. This, for national development, we can organize the these 3 activities through the all programs, all through the all committees. The programs should be organized in a such a way that all these national development policies, they are inculcated into the system, and student can use these activity. They are taking part in the activity, and we can as a part of the national development. Second thing is that the fostering global competencies among the student. Now we know that every student has certain skills. Generics, he has some generic skills, he has some application skills, he has some life skills, but student don't know. But if we give such a type of activity, some programs to the student, then he know what I have, and then he can improve their generic skill, improve their application skill, improve their life skill. If the students are very long from these type of activity, then student cannot know what he has. And if he has certain skill, he can use for their career. And therefore, our role is most important to organize such a type of activity. The student can understand what he has, the different types of skill, and how it can be utilized for our career as well as for the national development. Then the third core value is related to the value system, the value integration in academic program, the values for the nation. The student can understand what are the values for the nation. Then in case of the integration programs, we can organize such a type of programs in a such a way that through this, some value can be earned by the student as well as learn from the student through these activities. Then value integration in management practices. The student can participate in some programs in a such a way that he can learn some management activities, some skill, the time management, event management, such a type of values can he learn through these activities. Then value inculcation through the co-curricular, extracurricular activities. He can be involved in all type of activities. The student can involve such a type of values, and then only we have our student make a smart student to understand with the all values of the system. Then fourthly is the promotion of use of technology. Now for student can use smartly, he do the work in their future. For this purpose, he should know what type of the technologies are there, how this technology is utilized for me. Now some students are using the technology, but they are not utilizing. Teachers are also using the technology, but little bit they are utilizing, but not completely utilizing the technology. Now utilization and uses, the difference is there. Use means just only whatever the teacher says the students are using this, but with the help of this technology, student can learn the so many things by himself. The teacher has a double role, not to teach only just the curricula or syllabus. He has to teach the how to learn this from the student, how to learn the concept that we have to teach. And this concept, the so many teachers are get forgotten. And through this NAAC core value, the student teacher can understand, the management can understand that teacher has the double role to learn how to learn. This is most important, teaching technology in the with the student. And lastly, the quest for excellence. I'm saying that the course outcome, program specific outcome, similarly the institute outcome should be there. And these are the related to our vision and mission. Vision and mission, according to the local things, we can change year by year, and whatever the requirement is there, according to that vision and mission should be there. Now in case of the excellence, development of benchmark for the excellence. Now benchmark means suppose that one student is taking admission in the first year. After completion of his graduate, what is the things he has? He can learn what things should be learned from the 3-year span. Now these are the benchmark. Suppose that our institute is giving some generic skill. Can the student can learn the all generic skill? How? It will be evaluated from the student. Now from the feedback form, we can understood that whether our institute outcomes are learned by the student or not. In this way, we can check the benchmark for the excellence. Then best practices application. Now, what are the best practice of our college? What are the best practice of our department? What are the best practice for the non-teaching? Now, everywhere the best practice is there, and out of which best practice, this is it is not just only the good practice, but continually good practice is the best practice of the institution. Then institutionalization, the continuous improvement in the system. Now, every day we have to improve. There is a scope for the improvement, and this is the excellence. This is the benchmark. Yesterday what we have and today what we have. Now, in there, the gap of the yesterday and today, there must be some improvement, because everywhere the scope of improvement. In this way, the NAAC gives the core value for 5 core values to understand, to gives the benchmark of our college, format to the college, and therefore NAAC has given the very crucial things to the institution to give the progression. Now, our aim, the most important is that why the students are coming to our college, why the all parents, they are thinking that yes, my boy or my girl is should be learned in this college, because he knows, the parents knows certain things can be present in this college, and my child can earn these things, and he can get the stabilized by the employable or graduate student, and therefore student parents can be satisfied. Not only the parent, we are thinking the all stakeholders should be satisfied, and the most important role related to the satisfaction is the management and teacher. Now, this is the thing, we have every college has a student, because student is the most important thing is there, because every student has a different skills, and we can understand that the skills should be improved. The students are coming to the college because they want to improve their skills. They know what are the skills inbuilt in their he has. Now, student is there. Now we have the syllabus. The teacher should make their curricula for their subject. Then college has the faculty. Okay, faculty is there, non-teaching staff is there, facilities and infrastructure is there, teaching resources are also there. Now, every college has now the infrastructure, good infrastructure, then library is very good, teachers quality is very good. Now, everything is there. These are the input of our college. These are the asset of our college. And what the stakeholder, what are the community, what wants, they wants output. Our institute also wants output. The management also wants the output. And what are these output? Outputs are very simple, because every college has a many output, but these are the some output. At least these, the skilled and employable graduate. Now, these word, that is skilled and employable graduate, we make the graduate, are they employable? If the student are passed out the last year, and can he go to the interview, and then is it select 100%? If it is a select 100%, we are making the graduate, but are they employable graduate? And before that, are they skilled and employable graduates? Now, this is our output, because we have the asset, we have the some inputs, and this is our output. Secondly, the research publication. Now, research publication is just not only the publication into the journal, publication into the book. Now, research is the concept where can we make the student under the thinking power. Is there any program, or are there any programs we make in a such a way that the students are involved into the thinking power or thinking ability. Now, this thinking ability can we improve such a type of research publication output. Now, in terms of the output means the skilled employable graduate, if we make such a type of thinking should be there, and student can learn by himself. He is able to learn the unknown concept by learning, by thinking. Now, such a type of research and publication output should be there. Then contribution to the community. For development of the nation, we require the contribution to the community, because our job is there to collaborate with the community to develop the nation. Now, for transformation from input to output. What is the requirement? The role of the college is most important. And this is, we are saying that it is a process. Now, under this process, what we have and what is our target? We are under the process. Now, what is the process? The teacher should be involved in the teaching and learning process. Staff development, management is involved in the staff development. Student support and evaluation process, research process, and administration for the non-teaching process. Now, under this, if we use the better processes for the student, thus we have the input immediately or very better, we can transfer all these input into the output. Now, for this process, now what are the requirements are there? Now, we know that for the process, we know that for the teacher, management, the non-teaching staff, now these are the most important pillars are there under the process. Now, what are their roles? The management, institute, and classroom. Management is related to the higher management, that is a parent institute. And institute is the college administration, and all things are there. And classrooms are there. That means in the classroom, students can learn. In the institution, student can learn. And with the management, with the planning, the student learn many things. And after this, the student under this process made very bright student as an output. Now, for management, what happened? The operative framework, he has the vision, goals, planning, decision making, supervision. Now, under this management criteria, now this can be happen. Now, otherwise, what happened? The management is involved in the vision and decision making and smart decision, and they can be given the year by year the planning, and this planning can be implemented through the institution, that is a principal or head of the institute, that is administration and leadership. And teacher has a most important role in the classroom as a teaching and learning. In this way, if we use all this criteria, then we under process, the student can transfer into the, and we look towards the output of the student. Now, NAAC has given these 7 criteria. We are not going in detail what is given into the criteria, but quality is related to all these criteria. Now, every criteria given by the NAAC, there is a quality indicators are there in the each criteria. And from tomorrow, we learn all these criteria, we can understood the criteria, not only just understanding, the most important, they are marching to the excellence. For excellence, what we have to do, we have to make the planning. In this way, the 7 criteria are there, and this criteria is given by the NAAC. And therefore, what happened with this criteria, we are under the process of to do for the student. We have the questions, and that's why we can plan out our work, either curricular, teaching learning process, in the research process, student support, then the governance, leadership, and the institutional values. Now, for this purpose, the IQAC cluster, the IQAC coordinator has facing some problems, and these problems, when discussed with each other, then we are thinking that the IQAC cluster, we will make such a type of platform, this platform with this NAAC institute, because institute has a certain problems. These problems can easier to understand the IQAC cluster developed. Now, IQAC cluster has a way of work is cooperation with not a competition. Now, we are giving the cooperation. This is not the competition for good academics within the colleges. Now, the IQAC cluster think that to create a trained and performing IQAC in the higher educational institution of India with the right knowledge, skills, and quality tools through cooperation with the organization, and to provide 24/7 at any time knowledge support to the remotest institution, because in the rural area, some teachers, some institute has a certain problems in India with the easiest available technological support. Now, in this way, we can use this useful the whatever the questions arises by the institution that can be made easier. And with the help of this IQAC cluster, through this IQAC cluster, we can give the support to the institution to understand the criteria. Now, in case of the MOU, because what happened if we make the MOU with the other institute, we can take the benefit of the other institute. Now, IQAC cluster is a registered trust under the Trust Act. It is a movement of promote quality of higher education to individuals and institutions through training, interactions, and continuous support. IQAC cluster has a dedicated teachers from various states of India to support the cause. Our policy is not competition but cooperation. We have worked with UGC, RUSA, HRDC, and several universities in the India, and we are making the MOUs about the most of the states. We are making the MOU and make collaboration to understand the assessment and accreditation given by the NAAC to make easiest. Now, areas of the assistant by the clusters are given here. The trainings for IQAC coordinators, 700 IQAC personnel on IQAC and NAAC criteria in 1 week workshop in association with the HRDC, Pune, RUSA, and Mumbai University and Solapur University. More than 1,500 personnel trained for filing the AQR from July 2019 to November 2019 through 10 workshops in Maharashtra through the self-funding. Cluster has conducted more than 1,000 workshop, conferences, seminar, in-house, out-house sessions in the various varied aspects of quality, NAAC, teaching and learning, other issues till date. During the lockdown period, these are the areas of assistance related to the, because in last 2 years in the lockdown, we are making so many workshops and seminars, online workshops and seminars. We are given better ideas related to the assistance provide to the institutes. We are conducted so many type of several courses in under the this cluster. Now, cluster helps to organize, plan the year of the balance with the able to cover majority of the areas in the criteria. Then cluster helps organizers to conduct the timely audit on gender, environmental, green audit, website audits, like that. Cluster updates its stakeholders with update NAAC, UGC, university and HRDC guidelines from time to time for remaining the valid into the educational scenario. Means we have the Telegram group, and in this Telegram group, the teachers as well as management ask some questions related to the new policies coming, as well as from the new guidelines coming from the NAAC, UGC and HRDC. We are ready to give the answer immediately and they can satisfy easily. The cluster also use this all this technology. We have the website, and through this website we are using we are providing the assistant to the all institutions. Now, NAAC is our institute, our cluster published some books now related to the manuals of the universities. Now, this is for the Pune University, this is for Mumbai University, this is for Solapur University, and recently we are published these 2 books. Now, one of the book is handbook for the NAAC for AQR, because we are facing the AQR nowadays. We are filing the AQR. It is a mini SSR, and for this SSR, what will be the benchmarks are there? For this purpose, this book is very useful for the teachers as well as the institute. Another book is related to the policy, because we required the number of policies and how to write these policies. This book is a very good book for how to write the policies for our institute. And in this way, these are the publication from the IQAC cluster, and IQAC cluster gives the assistant to the everybody. Not we are saying that this college is from the rural or urban or from the university. We are giving the support to the each and everybody if they require the support. we are providing the academic and administrative audit, gender audit from the IQAC cluster, and for green audit, environmental audit, energy audit, waste management audit. Now these are audits are giving the support to the every institute from the authentic people. Now in this way we are giving the support, and therefore what happened when we are entering into the national education policy, all these factors are required. So our aim, the IQAC cluster peoples has to aim to give the assist, to give the support to the NAAC. Now I'm very happy to with this your institute, because they are organizing such a type of webinar related to the excellence. We are going to the excellence. Now we know we have to understand the criteria, and then we have to go towards the excellence. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs and information on national education policy, NAAC assessment and accreditation, academic environment, NAAC core values, and briefing all 7 criteria which we understood in a better way. And the overview of IQAC cluster has given us an idea of how to take it forward. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. I'm giving the best wishes for all participants.
Yes, sir. I take this opportunity to deliver the theme of the FDP. According to Ronald Bannett, there are 4 predominant concepts of higher education: production of qualified human resources, training for a research career, efficient management of teaching provision, matter of extending life chances. So quality and excellence is of great significance both to the provider of higher education and education receiver in the process of building solid foundation of higher education and building capacities and capabilities of receivers, thus bridging the gap between underdeveloped and developed nation. Academic quality is a way of describing the learning opportunities available to the students that helps them to achieve their award. It is about making sure that appropriate and effective teaching, support, assessment, and learning opportunities are provided for them. NAAC conducts assessment and accreditation of higher educational institutions such as colleges, universities, and other recognized institutions to derive an understanding of the quality status of the institution. NAAC accreditation identifies the quality of the institute in terms of its education, research, faculty, infrastructure, etc. The objective of NAAC is to assess and accredit institutions of higher learning and to work continuously to improve the quality of education as well. So NAAC is at present processing the assessment and accreditation of a large number of colleges from all over the country. It inspects the infrastructure, facilities, and also assesses the performance and academic excellence of the teachers of an institution. It gives an institute instant credibility and increases its admission. So the theme of the FDP is to highlight the qualitative and quantitative metrics of revised NAAC accreditation framework along with its significance, and to make the higher education institutions self-reliable in preparing the SSR effectively. The FDP also focuses on the need for holistic planning by IQAC in the new framework and to inculcate the role and importance of data validation and verification process DVB in accreditation process. And the main objective of our FDP is to march towards the excellence of higher education by understanding the 7 criteria of NAAC by the speech of our eminent speakers. Thank you, one and all. As said by Henry Frederick, thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in acts. With that note, I invite Dr. G. Uma Maheshwari Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Postgraduation and Research Department of Computer Science, to propose the oath of thanks.
Gratitude is the healthiest of all emotions. The more we express gratitude, the more likely we will have even more to express gratitude for. On behalf of the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Session Jain College for Women, I am honored to propose a vote of thanks for this inaugural function of the one-week virtual faculty development program on understanding NAAC criteria marching towards excellence. My sincere thanks to the IQAC Cluster India for collaborating with us in organizing this faculty development program. I am indebted to Mr. Piyush Pahade, the President, IQAC Cluster, for providing us with the right resource people and made this event happen. My heartfelt thanks to today's keynote speaker, Dr. Sanjay Dattatreya Gaikwad, IQAC Coordinator, Founder of IQAC Cluster India, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Bharatiya Jain Sangathan's ASC College, Bakoli, Pune, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. Sir, you have really enlightened us with the vision and mission of NAAC and NAAC core values. Thanks to our eminent speakers, Mr. Parag Shah, Dr. B.D. Bole, Dr. Hemant Kumar Chandak, Professor Kangude Bharat Uddhav, Dr. Ayub Mehboob Shaikh, Mr. Srihari Pingle, and Mrs. Gauri Devaskale, who will be enlightening us on each of the NAAC criteria. We are looking forward to listening to all of you. Thanks to the management, our secretary, principal, vice principal, for guiding us in the right direction. Our gratitude to the ever approachable IQAC Director and Associate Mrs. Kavita and Mrs. Suma for their guidance and unparalleled support throughout. My sincere thanks to the core conveners team of this FDP, all IQAC team members, technical assistants, accounts department for supporting us in all possible directions. Most importantly, my profound thanks to all the participants for joining us in this faculty development program. Strive for excellence. Success comes following. Keeping this in mind, let us continue our zest for learning by using opportunities like this. Thanking one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. I once again thank all of you. Technical session 1 will commence shortly. I request the participants to stay on the line.
Thank you, Sanjay sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Dr. Professor Parag, sir, has joined. Welcome, sir.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes. Shall we start, sir? Professor Parag. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of the IQAC of our college, I'll welcome you all for the session on Curricular Aspects Criteria 1. I take immense pleasure to introduce the day 1 guest speaker, Mr. Parag Shah, founder member and treasurer, IQAC Cluster India, life member, Indian Accounting Association, vice president, Pune chapter of Indian Accounting Association, IQAC coordinator, Modern College, Ganesh Kind, Pune, IQAC member, Balaji College.
Aarti ma'am, you are muted, ma'am. Kindly unmute.
Sorry. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Mr. Parag Shah has a rich teaching experience of 20 years as full-time faculty in commerce and 15 years as visiting faculty for functional Hindi vocational. He has coordinated 2 national seminars and 2 national webinars and a short-term FDP conducted by UGC HRDC Savitribai Phule Pune University for the training of IQAC coordinators on March 2018. He was a coordinator and resource person for soft skill development program and for general orientation program conducted by UGC HRDC Savitribai Phule Pune University. Mr. Parag Shah was a resource person for the FDPs organized by UGC HRDC Ruza Maharashtra and various higher education institutions. He has conducted academic and administrative audit of various colleges. Mr. Paragesha was awarded as Best Teacher by Progressive Education Society in January 2018. He has presented research papers in national and international conferences. He has authored 3 books and has edited 1 book in-house research journal titled Commerce Horizon. Mr. Parag Esha was ranked 3rd in Diploma in Computer Management of Pune University. His areas of consultancy are assessment and accreditation, translation, and soft skills. Thank you so much for being present with us today, sir. We are glad to have you today, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. May I share my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, all the participants and the panel members of 1 week virtual faculty development program on understanding NAAC criteria marching towards excellence, organized by Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Sashun Jain College for Women, Chennai. At the outset, first, I would like to thank management of Shashun Jain College, principal, IPSC coordinator, and the organizing team for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all. From this session onwards, we are going to discuss about the requirements of filing the self-study report, that is SSR, for accreditation of any higher education institution. Now, nowadays we have to submit the SSR by online process. So before submission of this SSR in 7 different criteria that we are going to learn right now, what we are going to do is we have to first of all write one executive summary. It may be up to maximum 5,000 words. That means we have to write some introductory note about our institution. We have to write some criteria based summary, and then
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
just a minute. Again, share the screen.
Yes, sir.
Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. This is visible.
The first slide is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to, before submission of the criteria wise inputs on the portal, NAAC portal, we are going to first of all write a summary, executive summary of our institution in maximum 5,000 words, which will include the introductory note, the criteria wise summary, our own SWOT analysis, and any other highlighted points that we have. That will be followed by profile of the institution, then it will be followed by the extended profile of the institution. Now, this extended profile is a very important thing that we need to understand, because wherever we are going to submit any information in extended profile, it will be utilized by the NAAC people while calculating some percentage. So in extended profile, we are going to submit some numerical information about number of students, number of courses, number of teachers, or number of programs, number of outgoing students. All these information will be given in extended profile, and every time in each of the question, wherever there is some percentage that we have to calculate, percentage of teachers, percentage of students, percentage of so and so. In all these cases, the denominator is going to be taken directly by the system from this extended profile. So extended profile should be written in a very meticulous manner. That will be then followed, the extended profile will be followed by the quality indicator framework. That means 7 different criteria wise information. From this session onwards, we are going to discuss about each and every criteria in detail. Today, we are going to discuss about the criteria number 1, curricular aspects. Now, NAAC has prepared a separate set of metrics for undergraduate and postgraduate affiliated institutions. There is a separate metrics for autonomous institution. There is a separate metrics for even some other specific kind of institutions. Today we are going to discuss about the UG and PG affiliated institutions. Now, what do you mean by UG colleges and what do you mean by PG colleges? That first of all we need to understand, so that at least we will be able to follow the right set of questions. The college which offers only undergraduate program, that is BA, BCom, BSc, BCA, BBA, whatever it may be, but bachelor's degree program only, those colleges will be treated as UG colleges. There are no self-financed or no grant-in aid PG programs offered by that institution, and they are offering only either self-financed or grant-in aid UG programs, then it will be called as a UG college. Whereas if any college offers any one of the postgraduate program, whether it is grant-in aid or self-finance or anything, but at least one postgraduate program, it will be treated as a PG college. So if at all your institution is having one PG program and you are having permission for one PG program, you have to follow the set of rules for PG programs. So this is about the manual that we should follow, the thing of manual that we should follow. Now, related to criteria number 1, there are 4 indicators, total 100 marks or 100 points weightage is there for criteria number 1. There are total 11 metrics. Out of them, the 3 metrics are qualitative and 8 metrics are quantitative. So we have to discuss all these metrics in detail. There are 4 key indicators, as I just now told you. First one is curriculum planning and implementation, then academic flexibility, curriculum enrichment, and feedback system. Every metrics has, every key indicator has its own weightage. The total weightage is 100 points. First key indicator is related to curriculum planning and implementation. Now, when we talk about the curriculum planning and implementation, the metric, this particular key indicator has 3 metrics with 2 qualitative and 1 quantitative. Now, the 2 qualitative metrics now why this key indicator is there? Because the affiliated institution is normally doing the activities and delivering the curriculum designed and developed by the university. They don't have any say in the design and development of the curriculum. So they have to just follow the curriculum designed and developed by the university. But how best they can deliver that curriculum, how best they can enrich that curriculum, that all things are required, and that all things will be tested by the assessors. Now, the first question under first key indicator is the institution ensures effective curriculum delivery through a well-planned and documented process. Now, this is a qualitative metric. That means here we have to write the qualitative information about the metric. That means here what we have to write is we have to describe in maximum 500 words that how effectively we deliver the curriculum. What things are done in the institution to effectively deliver this curriculum. Now, planning and documentation is the most important part over here, because if at all we plan properly and if we document it properly, then only we will be able to write the answer for this particular question. Now, how the planning of this particular delivery, curriculum implementation and delivery of the curriculum will be done. It will be done at 3 different levels. It can be at institutional level, it can be at the departmental level, and it can be at the individual level for each individual teacher. The planning at the departmental level will be in the department may prepare the academic calendar. Then a teaching plan will be prepared by every particular teacher. There will be departmental meetings wherein the workload of each teacher will be described. Each teacher will be decided who will take which workload, and all these things will be decided in departmental meetings. And these record of meetings will be nothing but the documentary evidences that we may maintain. There can be some learning outcomes that will be designed, and then it can be displayed on the institutional website, as well as it will be communicated to the students and to the other stakeholders as well. Through which the students, the other stakeholders will come to know about what type of curriculum will be delivered by this particular institution and what will be the probable outcome of that curriculum. A timetable will be prepared at the institutional level for the overall timetable. Then it will be at the faculty level if it is a multi-faculty institution, and then again it will be at the departmental level and at the individual level. So a master timetable will be prepared for the whole institution, because some of the institutions may have multi-faculty, may run in different shifts. So the available infrastructure should be utilized in different shifts, or it can be utilized vertically from morning, early in the morning till late in the evening. So we have to prepare a master timetable so that every type of activity will be adjusted in the available infrastructure. Then the teaching learning resources should be made available, and that type of documentation can be shown for the effective curriculum delivery, that we have so many LCD projectors, we have so many smart boards and all these things to effectively deliver our curriculum. Then we can also keep the attendance records. We can also have some bridge or remedial courses for the benefit of the students. Now, as regards bridge courses are there, there can be some bridge courses which will be developed, designed and developed by the own faculty members of that institution. Why the bridge courses are required? The bridge courses are required because in some of the situations, some of the students may change their faculty. The students may go from one faculty to another faculty. Maybe a student from 12th science background can take admission to the first year commerce or first year arts. Now he has changed his stream, or she has changed her stream from science to either arts or science to commerce, and that is possible that the arts and commerce streams can accommodate the 12 student from science stream. It is according to the eligibility norms. So in that situation, if a student is from science stream and he is entering to a commerce stream, he may not be knowing about the particular things. Maybe he may not be knowing about the accountancy, terms and conditions of accountancy, or related terminologies in accountancy or economics. And the other students in the same class, they are coming from the same stream. They know all these things very well because they have already studied these things, or these fundamental things about accountancy, fundamental things about economics in their 11th and 12th standard. That means they are ahead of this particular person. as he is from science background, he has not studied all those things, and there can be a understanding gap between the other students of the class and the students those who are coming from different kind of a background. To bridge this gap, sometimes what happens is that to bridge this gap, we have to uh, give some bridge courses to such students, and then with these bridge courses, we can at least maintain the standard of understanding of all the students at one possible level. Those who are from other background, those who are from not knowing about these basic concept of a particular stream, we can give these basic concepts, we can give them all these idea about that particular basic concept, and then we can at least bridge the gap between the understanding level of the students in one class, so that when we take the regular classes, it will be easy for the teachers to teach to the whole class, because now everyone will be knowing about the basic concepts of that particular stream. Now, the main question, many times the question which is asked by many of the candidates regarding this bridge courses, what should be the, who should prepare the curriculum of bridge course, what should be the probable duration of bridge course, whether the bridge courses should be offered free of cost or we should charge for the bridge courses. Now, nothing is specifically mentioned by NAAC or any other apex study body regarding these bridge courses. It is decided on the need basis. The student is having knowledge about a particular concept, or is having a less knowledge about a particular concept, and we have to give that knowledge to that student. So in that situation, every subject teacher may on need basis design the curriculum for bridge course, may on need basis decide the duration for that bridge course, and at the same time the institution may on need basis decide whether to charge for these bridge courses or whether to offer them as free of cost. It is totally on the institution as well as the personal faculty. There is no such type of specific rules and regulations for these bridge courses. Now, bridge courses are normally given before the normal teaching starts, so that when the normal teaching starts, every student in the class will be having same understanding level. Now, after few days, when some tests are taken, when some assessment is done by the teacher, then the teacher may identify some weak students or some maybe students those who are having some difficulty in understanding, or they are maybe they are scoring low in the assessment. So for those students, we can offer remedial courses. Remedial courses are the additional inputs given to the weaker students, academically weak students. Weaker means not physically but academically weaker students. And it can also be for a specific subject, and it is also on need based situation. So if a teacher identifies a person that okay, these students are weak in this subject, so maybe in a particular subject the student is very active, student is having very good type of results in that subject, but in another subject maybe the student is weak. So for that subject only we can offer the remedial course. Again, there is the same situation about remedial course, just like bridge course. The duration, the curriculum, the maybe whether to offer it free of cost or whether to charge for that, it is up to the institution as well as the faculty. So there are no such type of rules and regulations for remedial courses as well. But if at all you have conducted bridge courses or remedial courses, you have to keep the proper record of these bridge or remedial courses. So you have to keep the record of the students, those who are attending these bridge courses, the attendance record of these bridge courses, and how the transformation was there from before they attended the bridge course and after they have attended that bridge course. Also take feedback from those students that now we are very much clear about these concepts, basic concepts. We were first we were from other stream and we were not knowing about these concepts, but now we are very much nearer to the other students, and it is very comfortable to learn with other students in the common class. So that type of feedback can be received from the students. So you have to keep the proper record of bridge courses and remedial courses as well. We can also provide some question banks, previous year papers, or academic activity and its planning. There can be some academic activities that we normally do in the institution, maybe some workshops, some seminars, or maybe some learning by doing activity, or some role plays, any type of activity, or some other quiz competitions, or any other thing. So that type of activities can also be planned so that the students will learn the curriculum in a very easy and attractive manner. So sometimes only chalk and talk method is not required. Sometimes we can have some role plays to make them understand a particular concept. You can give them some role plays. You can have some different kind of activity. You can have them some kind of experiential learning, and through that experiential learning, they will get it more properly. So it can also be one of the way of effective curriculum delivery. And the best method of whether we have delivered the curriculum effectively is the result analysis that will also speak about how we have delivered the curriculum effectively. And the most important thing that we should do is to maintain the teacher's time. So this is about the maintaining the records of the effective curriculum delivery. Now the second question of the first key indicator is the institution adheres to the academic calendar, including the conduct of continuous internal evaluation, CIE. Now this question is again the qualitative question. Now when we talk about the academic calendar is the calendar of the institution as a whole. It is not for only one for only one department. It is not for only one person. It is for the whole institution. The actual process of academic calendar starts from the university. So university, first of all, affiliated university, we are talking about the affiliated institution. So affiliated university, first of all, declares the dates for commencement of the term or commencement of the academic year. Then they also declare the commencement, the term end date. So the term will start on this particular date and it will end on this particular date. So we know the beginning and end of the term. We know the dates of beginning of a term and end of a term. Now we have to deliver the curriculum and the available days. Now at the same time, when the university declares the starting and ending date of each what we can say that each term, university also declares the list of holidays and the probable dates for examination as well. So when the university declares the probable date of examination, we will get the idea about when the probably university exams will be conducted, because we have to conduct the internal evaluation. So then we will decide, okay, if the university is going to conduct the university examinations in the month of October, in the month of August, we will have our internal evaluation. So when we get the probable dates of starting of the term, ending of the term, and the probable dates for university examination, we can plan for our internal evaluation. At the same time, with the internal evaluation, we can also plan for the other events and activities, academic activities, co-curricular activities, extracurricular activities. So that can also be decided. Then once that thing is decided by the university, and the college as a whole will decide the activities at the college level. Some activities are conducted at college level, some activities are conducted at a specific faculty level, and some activities are conducted only at the departmental level. So according to that, when the calendar will be prepared, each and every activity will be placed at its appropriate place in the appropriate month or in appropriate week. So in this particular month, in this week, this activity will be conducted. So that will be decided at the beginning of the year, and it will be uploaded on the institutional website. Why we have to decide all these things? Because if we decide these things, it will be easy for each stakeholder to plan their own activity. So the teachers will plan according to the academic calendar that, okay, in this particular month, we have to conduct the internal evaluation. That means I have to cover this much syllabus, this much curriculum till so and so date. so that I can have the internal evaluation on that, based on that. The students will also be ready that in this particular month there is internal evaluation, so we should be ready. We should prepare ourselves for that internal evaluation. Even the teachers will also know about, okay, in this particular month, if the internal evaluation is there, we will not have any additional extracurricular or some other type of activities in that month because there is some internal evaluation. So if at all we have to organize some competitions, some other type of activities or extracurricular, co-curricular or extension activities, we will skip the month or at least the weeks in which internal evaluation is planned. So everything will be pre-planned, and everyone will, in the beginning of the year only, everyone will know that these activities will be conducted for a period of time, and in these particular weeks and in these particular months, these activities will be conducted by so and so department or so and so faculty or so and so organization. And that will be easy to plan, because in many of the institutions, the seminar halls or the events, when they are conducted in some seminar hall or some specific area, there are some limited resources. These are limited resources. Every faculty or every department may not have their own seminar hall. So seminar hall will be one common for all the departments, and then it can be planned. If the calendar is prepared, it can be planned, and only in a specific month there will not be any rush to utilize that seminar hall, and maybe in few months the seminar hall will be kept vacant at all. So we can plan in this particular month, this activity is there, this is the college activity. Maybe our activity will be in the next month or in next week, so that there will not be any clashes in using that seminar hall. So all these things are required. So we have to prepare the academic calendar in a proper manner, and every department, every faculty will contribute in preparation of that academic calendar, so that everyone will get in advance each and every information about what kind of activities are spread over the year. And then we can also take note that there should not be heavy activities in only in one month, and there are no activities in a specific month. So activities can be spread over throughout the academic year. Now what is expected over here, we have to write the descriptive note about how the academic calendar is prepared, what kind of things are discussed at the faculty level, at the institutional level, at the departmental level to prepare that academic calendar, which activities were finalized at the while preparing this academic calendar, and at the same time how we are following the schedule written in that academic calendar for continuous internal evaluation. That means what is expected is we have to follow the given time schedule, time frame for internal evaluation. So we have to stick to the academic calendar. If it is written in the academic calendar that in the month of August, and maybe third week of August, we are going to conduct, we are having internal evaluation, we have to stick to that. At least maybe 1 or 2 days here and there may happen due to some unavoidable circumstances, but at least the internal evaluation should be conducted in the month of August, maybe in the third week or maximum of fourth. And how we have stick to our academic calendar that we have prepared at the beginning of the year, and now we have uploaded at the same time we have uploaded it on the institutional website. We have also distributed it in the prospectus or the admission booklet while taking the admission of the student. The students as well as their parents also came to know about all our activities, what we are going to conduct in the whole year. So everything will be clear to each and every stakeholder, and this is most important thing. Now, what the IQAC is supposed to do is IQAC should make a note that they should follow the things written in the academic calendar. They should take the review of all departments that you have written that you are going to conduct your activity, so and so activity in this particular month. Are you ready? Are you going to conduct it? As it is mentioned in the academic calendar, you have to conduct that. So they can give the reminder to those departments, and then the departments can conduct their activities as per the given plan. Now the third question of the first indicator is the teachers' representation on the university bodies. Whether the teachers of your institution are there on various university bodies and they are working with various university bodies. So what kind of representation is done over there? The teachers of your institution are the member of academic council or member of board of study of the affiliating university, or they are invited for paper setting for undergraduate and postgraduate programs, or they are involved in design and development of curriculum for add-on or certificate or diploma courses of university, not your own, but university. And if they are invited for assessment and evaluation process of the affiliating university, then we can count these numbers for this particular metric. It is a quantitative metric. Here we have to mention that in how many of these activities our teachers are giving their services to the affiliating university. Now remember here the documentation or the things will be taken into consideration only for the which are related to affiliated university. If your teachers are the on BOS members or academic council members of any other autonomous institution or any other university other than your affiliated university, it will not be considered for this metric. Here, as you are the affiliated institution, affiliated college, your teachers, if they are working on your affiliated university in these many capacities, then only it will be counted. And now here we have to give the information for 5 years, but at least if for anyone, and there is no such type of limit of how many number of teachers should be on BOS, how many number of teachers should be on academic council, how many number of teachers should get the invitation for paper setting or paper checking evaluation process. Even if one teacher is one of your teacher from your institution is getting the invitation letter for paper setting, then that point is covered. If one of your teacher is getting the invitation from university, your accredited university for evaluation process, that point is also covered. So here we have to check how many points we can cover in the assessment period of 5 years. There is no need to find out. There are only 4 teachers, those who are having invitation from university this year for paper setting. No problem. Only 4 teachers. We are having 100 teachers and only 4 teachers have got the invitation from university. But at least you have covered that point, and that is more important. So NAAC is only checking how many points you can cover. Now, they are not asking about how many teachers are going for university paper checking or paper setting. Now, as this is the quantitative metric, here you have to first of all mention and how many capacities your teachers are working, whether you have fulfilled all the 4 categories, all 3 categories, or 2 categories, or 1 category. And then we have to provide the information in a DVV sheet. DVV is data validation and verification. It is an Excel sheet provided by NAAC. You can download it from the NAAC's website, and it is a DVV sheet that you can. So Excel sheet, you have to enter the information in that Excel sheet, and you have to check the option whether all or any 3 or any 2 or any 1 of the option is fulfilled by your institution. They're not asking about how many teachers are fulfilling this option, but whether your institution is fulfilling all 4 options or 2 options or 3 options or 1 option or none of the option, that you have to mention over there. And also you have to provide a list of teachers, those who are engaged in all these activities. At the same time, you have to also provide the documentary evidences. What type of documentary evidences are required over there? Nomination letter of affiliating university indicating the membership of board of study or the membership of academic council. And this letter should be, the period of that letter should be valid in your assessment period. So if you are going for the assessment for a period of 5 years, the letter that you are going to provide for a specific faculty member, the person should be the BOS member within that period of 5 years. Maybe for first year he was the member of BOS, and then the BOS members were changed, and now he is not the BOS member. But at least in the period of 5 years, at least for 1 year, the member was a BOS member. That particular faculty was a BOS member. You can count that. You can add that to this particular metric. Then for the second point, we need the letter of the affiliating university for paper setting of undergraduate or postgraduate programs. Then for the design and development of curriculum for add-on and certificate programs, we need that type of letter from university for our add-on or our certificate or university's diploma courses. So and so faculty member from so and so institution has contributed. That needs to be mentioned over there. Then the letter from university inviting the faculty members for assessment or evaluation. So and so member from your institution is appointed for so and so type of assessment for so and so program or so and so course. That will be there as the appointment letter. That can be your documentary proof that you have to upload along with this Excel sheet. Now, in this regard, I would like to mention that whenever there are university viva voce or practical examination, oral examinations, appointment of your teachers in some other institute for conducting these examinations will also be treated as the invitation of university for assessment and evaluation process. And all teachers, those who go for the viva voce examination or conducting viva voce examination or practical examinations or other examinations, that will also be treated as the assessment and evaluation process, and it will be also counted over there. And the most important thing, each and every point written over here, that means all those 4 points should be related to your own affiliating university, not any other university, not any other autonomous institution. So this is the most important point. Though we are having many members of our institution are also BOS members of affiliate autonomous institutions, but that will not be taken into consideration for this metric. It is specifically mentioned. You can also refer the SOPs which are available on NAAC website. Please, I will request all the participants download those SOPs according to your institution. For UG institutions, for PG institutions, for affiliated institutions, for autonomous institutions, there are separate SOPs. They are available on that website. Download these SOPs and you will clear many of your doubts by reading those SOPs. Let us proceed further to the next part, that is the next second key indicator, academic flexibility. Now here, how much flexibility is available, how much flexibility the institution can offer to the students, that is required, that we have to mention. Here all the 3 metrics are quantitative one and the total weightage is 30 points. Now whether the institution provides some additional options available to the students so that students can choose from their own likings. There are 4 or 5 different options and I can choose one of the options which I am having interest in, or whether the institution gives some additional supplementary enrichment programs or not. That will be considered in this particular key indicator 1.2. The first question under this key indicator is percentage of programs in which choice-based credit system CBCS or elective course system has been implemented. Now, though here the percentage is mentioned, we are not supposed to calculate any percentage. Though the formula is mentioned, I have already given this formula, it is there in the NAAC manual, but we are not supposed to calculate this percentage. As I told you in the beginning itself, that the extended profile that we are going to fill, we have to provide the information in extended profile, number of students, number of programs, number of courses. All these things will be already filled in this extended profile. So when we are going to reply to this particular question, we just have to give our response. So how many programs have choice-based credit system? How many programs are having elective course system? If you put that information immediately from extended profile, the denominator will be fetched by this system, computer system, and then the percentage will be calculated. So there is no need to calculate the percentage on our own. No need to find out some maths or statistics faculty for calculation of all these things. You just have to put the numbers immediately the percentage will be calculated by the system. Now here what we have to do is we have to provide the list of all programs. Now programs means BA, BCom, BSc are the programs in the terminology of NAAC, and the courses are the subjects in each program that we study. Maybe if it is a BSc program, there can be chemistry, physics, mathematics, statistics, electronics are the courses studied at maybe various levels, maybe first year, second year, third year level for BSc program. For BA program, there can be psychology, sociology, history, political science. These are the courses for BA program, and that will be there for the students. For BCom, it can be accountancy, then management, communication, or other type of things, banking, uh, maybe marketing. These are the various courses offered in a BCom program. So we need to understand this particular terminology. So we have to provide the list of all programs. That means BA, BCom, BSc, BBA, BCA, MA, MCom, MSc, MCA, whatever we are offering. All these programs, the list of all these programs, and whether the program is under CBCS or under elective courses. That means in that particular program, whether the CBCS is adopted or it is implemented by the university or not, that we have to put in a list. If any of the program is not under CBCS, we have to put keep a separate list stating these courses have elective courses. That means these particular programs have so many courses and students choose amongst these. Maybe there are 4 different courses available in this particular program, and students, according to their own interest, they choose one of the 4 available. So either elective or CBCS pattern is we have to provide the list of all these things. Now, when we prepare the list of these programs wherein the CBCS pattern is adopted, as we are following the university curriculum, as we are following the instructions given by the university, that list. So these courses are run by so and so institution, and these courses are under choice-based grade system. That list should be registered, certified by the registrar of the affiliated university. So always that list should be certified by the registrar of the affiliating university. Then we can also provide the minutes of relevant academic council or POS meeting. If the university provides you that minutes, you can request university registrar to provide the copy of that minutes so that you can upload it. Sometimes it is also written in the first page of the curriculum or syllabus uploaded by the university that in the meeting of in so and so meeting of academic council or POS dated so and so by the resolution number so and so, it was decided to implement the choice-based grade system for these programs. So that sometimes will be either a circular for regarding that will be displayed or sent by the university to all the accredited institutions, or it can also be written in the first page of the curriculum or syllabus. That will also sometimes work for that, or else you can directly get a letter from university stating all these things. One important thing I have to mention that if your university documents are written in or are these documents are in local language, you have to translate that in the English language, and that English translation should be certified by the head of the institution. And while uploading the documents, you have to upload both the documents, your local language document along with the English translation to the NAAC people. Then minutes of POS meetings that we can also take from the university or the university circular letter issued by university to all the colleges or all the institutions regarding for these programs we are going to start CBCS from so and so date or so and so academic year. If that is not CBCS is not for any specific program, look at whether you have the various courses available in that program and students will choose one of them. So you can at least write those programs in elective list, and in 99% of institutions they can cover all their programs either in CBCS or in elective courses. I'm telling about 99%. There is a chance that 1% institutions may not have these type of availability of CBCS, and maybe in some of the situations they don't have even elective courses as well. But 99% of institutions can get maximum score over here, full score over here, because they can show that maximum 99% scores programs are under CBCS or either elective courses. Now, if one program is under CBCS, at the same time it is also under elective course system, you have to provide information only for CBCS and not for elective. So one program should not be reflected in two lists at a time. One program should be, if it is in CBCS list, it should not be reflected in elective list. If there is CBCS, you have to mention it only in CBCS. Though there are electives available in that program also, it should not be written in elective. List of elective programs should be only those programs having elective options but not under CBCS. So this is the situation. There is also one Excel sheet again for this. This particular question, we have to fill in the information about the details of the different programs and whether that program is under CBCS or under elective course system that we have to mention. And also we can give the link of the related document that we have received from university, or if it is there on the university website, you can have some of the documents can be uploaded on your institutional website and link can be provided from your institutional website. Always, whenever you have to provide any link of the relevant document, it should be uploaded on your institutional website. You should not provide any link from any other institution's website. So if there is some, if you have to provide the link for the curriculum or the other things, or maybe the circulars of university, keep those circulars on your institutional website and provide the link, because university website link will not be accepted by NAAC. Let us move to the next question, 1.2.2, number of add-on certificate programs offered during last 5 years. Just give me a minute. Sorry. So number of add-on. Now remember, this add-on means any program or any short-term course which is going to add knowledge to your existing curriculum, existing course, and which is not given in the regular curriculum, will be called as add-on. So if a particular subject is there, and for that particular subject, there are some different courses that you can offer to the students which are not in the regular curriculum, that can be called as add-on programs. I can give you some example. There is one college in Gujarat, Anand, Gujarat, CF Patel College. They have, it is affiliated to Sardar Patel University, and they have some add-on programs or add-on courses for advanced diploma in banking, advanced diploma in financial services, advanced diploma in hospitality and tourism. And these courses are given to the students, those who are going for BCom or those who are under commerce stream. So they offer these programs over there. So in that situation, these can be called as add-on, because these programs are going to add some knowledge to the existing curriculum of the curriculum designed and developed by the university. And there's a condition that these programs or these whatever the curriculum for these programs are, you have designed on your own. It should not be in the regular university curriculum. It should be out of the university curriculum, but it should be related to one of the course that you teach for your students. And at the same time, there is one more condition, that these programs should be minimum of 30 hours duration. It can be 30 hours or even more than that, but if it is less than 30 hours duration, it will not be considered for this metric. Now, if at all you have any such type of programs which are less than 30 hours duration, you can consider it in criteria number 2 as the other experiential learning, or in other type of areas where you can show that we have provided these type of facilities, these type of additional inputs to the students. Either in criteria 2 or criteria 5, you can count these programs if they are not of minimum 30 hours duration. If they are less than 30 hours duration, you can do that. Now, what is expected over here is we have to provide the attendance certificates. We have to give the list of the students, those who have gone through that particular program or those who have did that particular program. Then the name of the program, the duration of the program, its curriculum, the assessment procedure, because every program has at least some sort of assessment. Then only we can evaluate that whether the student has understood that particular program or not. Then we can also mention the outcome of that program. We have to provide the list of students, the attendance record of the students, whenever we provide all these information, the DVV partner are the professional companies of NAAC appointed by NAAC. They are going to validate whatever information you will provide to NAAC. They are going to validate this information. So they will ask the attendance record of. They will give you a list of students. These are the 10 students, and you have to provide the attendance record of these students for so many days. They will give you the dates also. You are claiming that we have provided this particular type of additional add-on program to the students. So many students, 100 students have attended that, and 100 students have completed that program. They will give you, when you provide the list of students, they will give you they will extract some 10 names from that particular list of 100 students, and they will tell you that just provide the attendance of these 10 students for so and so date and so date, and your attendance record should be ready to provide over there. You can also keep the record of the certificates issued after completion, successful completion of these programs, and also the feedback received from the students or any other stakeholder about those programs. So this is all about 1.2.2 and 1.2.3, because both these questions are related to each other. So in 1.2.2, we have to provide the number, how many number of add-on and certificate programs were offered during the assessment period of 5 years. And in the next question, 1.2.3, we have to provide the percentage of students. How many students have actually completed, or actually they have taken admission and completed successfully these particular add-on and certificate programs. Now, when we conduct, normally when we offer these type of programs, when we get 50 students or 30 students to a particular program, normally the coordinator or the concerned teacher is very happy. I got 50 students for so and so additional program. This is my add-on program. This is my certificate program I am going to run for the students, for the benefit of students, and 30 of the students have taken admission to this course. I am happy. So you may design such 8 to 10 such type of different programs in different streams, and in each of these programs maybe average 50, 30, 40 students will take admission, and then at the end of the academic year you may find that for 10 different programs we have 400 students, those who have gone through successfully completed these programs that we have offered. What the teacher, the coordinator, and the management and the principal, IQAC coordinator, all are happy that 400 of our students have completed these programs, have successfully completed these programs. They have got more knowledge, and we have done all these things for them. Now, the thing is that there is a thing mentioned, average percentage of students. When it comes to percentage, the system is going to take per denominator from the extended profile, total number of students of your institution. You say proudly, we have 6,000 students in our institution, and then only 400 out of 6,000 students have completed these add-on programs. You just check what will be the percentage. It is less than 10%. It is less than 10%. Then how many marks you are going to get in this particular program or this particular key indicator, you can judge. So here what is expected is we need to encourage more and more number of students, or at least we need to target a particular group of students, target a particular class of students. So all first year science students should undergo with this particular add-on course or add-on program. All first year BA students should take at least complete at least, there are 3-4 programs available. You need to mention that, you need to make it compulsory that each and every student from first year BA should at least go through one of the 3 available programs. Then for the second year again there will be a separate set of adult programs, and so you can offer 10 different programs to different levels, to different streams, and then maximum students can be incorporated in these add-on and certificate programs, so that your percentage will go up to 50, 60, 70, 80%. It is obvious that it is very difficult to cover 100% students for these additional programs, because there are a lot of things, because we are going to charge for these programs. Many students are having financial problems, financial difficulties, so maybe they will not be, or they don't have any time to go for these type of programs, so they may not go for these programs. So 100% achievement is really not possible, and that people also know that, but at least we should go up to 60-70% to get good score in this particular lecture. As usual, there is a DVV sheet, Excel sheet that we need to provide. Now the third key indicator is curriculum enrichment. Whether curriculum is designed and developed by the university, but whether the institution takes more efforts to enrich that curriculum or not, that is concerned over. The first question in this particular key indicator is institution integrates cross-cutting issues relevant to professional ethics, gender, human values, environment and sustainability into the curriculum. That means whether any of the institutional activity or departmental activities are targeted towards these issues. They are not saying that you should conduct the workshops, you should conduct the certificate courses. Nothing is specifically mentioned, but at least some of the activities you should conduct which will target these issues. These are very important issues which are going to disturb the society, or sometimes it is going to maybe hazardous, and we have to avoid that. We have to give the value education to the students, and for that, to some of the part of the curriculum, they are related. For computer science students, the cyber security, or even for all postgraduate students, I think UGC has made it compulsory for all postgraduate students. There should be a cyber security session at least. So every student should know about cyber security. Every student should know about environmental awareness. So every program, environmental awareness is added over there as an additional course, and is given in the curriculum itself. So to any of the part of curriculum, if these points are related and you conduct the activities related to these targeting these particular points, it can be gender balance, it can be gender sensitivity, it can be environmental hazards, it can be the human values, ethics, morals. These things can be addressed over there, and what all kinds of activity you are doing for targeting these particular type of questions, you need to mention it in maximum 500 words. It is a qualitative question, so you have to mention it in 500 words. Now let us move to the next question. 1.3.2, average percentage of courses that include experiential learning through project work, field work, internship during last 5 years. Now, when we talk about the experiential learning, that means it is nothing but learning by doing. So if the students are learning something, instead of giving them theoretical talk, instead of giving them some theoretical information, let them do that particular thing themselves. They will learn a lot from that. Let them go in a particular organization, let them work over there for some days, few hours, and then they will get some handsome amount of experience. So this is the main part over here. But the only thing is that it should be under the regular curriculum. It should be specifically mentioned in the curriculum that these programs should involve experiential learning either by project work or by field work or by internship. If it is not mentioned in the curriculum, it will not be accepted over here for this particular key indicator. Now the next question is also based on the same point. Now what is expected over here is we have to provide the list of these courses when the experiential learning is mentioned or given by the university. And then in the next question 1.3.3, we have to provide the list of the students, those who undergo these type of experiential learning programs. So the students, those who are going for field work, and many times for science people, they are having field work. So maybe the science students may go to a particular field, they will maybe have the work in that particular field. Maybe they will look after the river and the pollution in the river and what are the remedies to overcome that pollution. So that type of field work can also be there. There can be some internships. Some students from any faculty can work in the related area of some organizations, in some organizations, and get some handsome amount of experience. Or some of the students can do some projects either related to some industries, some organizations, or some other projects assigned to them by the teachers. But we have to provide the list of all these things. Now, what type of documentary evidences are required? So here we have to provide, first of all, the list of all those students, those who are undergoing these type of activities, that is field work, project work, or internship. Then we have to also provide that these field work, internship, or project work is mentioned in the university curriculum, and this is the copy of university curriculum. So you have to download the university curriculum, either upload it on the NAAC website, NAAC portal while submitting your SSR, or keep it on your institutional website and provide the link to NAAC. That these are the curriculum, this is the thing, these are the courses, and so and so page on so and so line, the thing is mentioned that this program includes, or this course needs completion of project work or completion of field work or internship. So that should be mentioned over there. Now this is going to be helpful for the students as well as for the teachers. The only one thing is that if a student is going for internship, as well as he is also going for field work, as well as he is also going and doing a project work, if a single student is doing all these three activities in 1 year, that student will be counted only once and not for 3 times. Be sure. That means either you have to send your students to field work, to internship, or to project work. If more than one course in your program is having these type of situations, then while preparing the list, make it sure that one student's name in 1 year should be written only once. It should not be repeated in the field work also, in the internship also, and in the project work also. And some of the situation, it may happen that for each program, each course in a particular program, the student has to prepare a project, or student has to go for internship. So in that situation, we are not we are helpless, because we have to follow the university curriculum, and just we have to make it sure that there should not be any repetition of name in all these 3 areas. Okay, so now let us move to the next, the last key indicator of this first criteria. I think there are 2 minutes left for my session. I will complete it, then I will take few more minutes, 3-4 more minutes to complete this. Now, feedback is important for all aspects. For all type of programs, feedback is important. Now, the first question under this feedback is institution obtains feedback on the syllabus. This word is more important, and its transaction at the institution from the following stakeholders. So it is also clearly mentioned that from whom you have to take this feedback. You have to take the feedback from students, from teachers, from employers, and from alumni. The students, that means your own students, teachers, either your own teachers or the teachers from the other institutions as well. You can take feedback if you wish. There is no compulsion. Employers means the employers of your passed out students, not your employers. Please make it clear that employers are the employers of your product. Your product is the students passing out from your institution, and when they go in any organization, they work over there, their employers, how they think about what they have got the knowledge from this institution, or whether the curriculum is up to date, and whether your end product, the students passing out from your institution, are ready for the industry or not. So they are the right people to comment on that. And also the alumni, when your students pass out from your institution, they work in some other organization, they will give you the information that we worked over there in some organization, but then when we started our actual job, when we started actual working, then we understood that we were lacking in these skills. We were not having these skills, and if I would have completed these skills in my college level itself, I would be more better to cope up with this particular activity, or even I will get promotion in very early period. But as I was not having those many skills, I have to undergo a 3-month or 6-month training program offered by that institution, and then I started my actual work. That can also be the feedback from alumni. So we have to take feedback from all those 4 stakeholders, and this feedback should be only on the curriculum. That means there should be a separate feedback on the curriculum. It is not related to the student satisfaction survey or any other feedback. There is no feedback. This key indicator is not related to the feedback of teachers, feedback of the services or the facilities available in the institution. It is not related to management. It is not related to the office. It is only related to the curriculum designed by the university and maybe distributed or given to the students from your own faculty members. So here there should be a separate feedback, and it should be taken from all 4 stakeholders. Whether to have a separate feedback form or separate set of questions for all stakeholders, yes, because the questions you are going to ask to the students, those who are studying right now, will be in some different direction. Questions you are going to ask to the teachers will be in some different direction. To the employees will be in different direction, and to the alumni will be in different direction. And their view or their point of view or looking at the particular curriculum will be something different. So the questions may be different. Some questions may be common, some questions may be different. There should be separate 4 set of questions for this feedback. Take it from all stakeholders to get full marks for this particular key indicator. Now, at the time of uploading the SSR, you have to upload at least 3 sample filled feedback forms for each stakeholder. Now, when we claim that we have taken feedback from the stakeholders, the DVV partner may ask few feedback forms randomly selected from randomly selected stakeholders. The DVV may ask that send us 3, maybe 10 feedback forms from employers, 5 from alumni, and the 2 from teachers. So you have to provide them so that they will verify that your whatever you have claimed is true and it is genuine. So this is about 1.4.1. This is the first question of feedback. One more question is there on the feedback. Only taking feedback is not sufficient. When you take the feedback, it is your duty to analyze that feedback. So feedback If you have collected the feedback, it should not be kept in a file. You should collect the feedback, you should analyze the feedback, you should take some action on that feedback, and the feedback and action taken report should be made available on your institutional website, so that any stakeholder, those who have given you the feedback, will visit your website, will check what action you have taken on the feedback they have given. And they will be happy if you say that you have given us so and so type of feedback, that these skills are lacking in the students. And from now onwards, we have decided to give some add-on program, add-on course to the students, so that these skills will be provided to the next batch of students, and the next batch of students will be industry ready. They will be employable easily. They will get the easy offers from the industry people, because they are having that skills also. Industry will also be happy. Employers will also be happy, because they will not waste their time in training the students in the training period. Obviously, they will have to groom your product according to their customs and traditions, but the time period will be reduced. So there will not be a 6 months or 3 months training program. They will have only maybe 8 days or 15 days training program, so that the students or the newly recruited people will be familiar with the terms and conditions, with the overall situation of the organization, and then they will immediately start working. So the training period will be reduced, and industry people, the employers, will also be happy if you take that action and if you display it on your institution website. Now, what action is required over here is the first action that you people have to take is you have to immediately communicate these things, that these things are lacking according to this feedback that we have received. These things are lacking in some of the students. So immediately we have to convey it to the concerned people, that means board of study people of the affiliating university, that if possible, please involve these skills in the regular curriculum, so that every student going for that particular curriculum, going for that particular stream, will get that knowledge. And this is the feedback that we have received. But we know that it is not in our hand. We are not the decision maker making policy. The university is going to decide the curriculum, and we are going to only implement that curriculum. So whether our request will be accepted by the BOS members or not, that is not sure. And we know that the curriculum is maybe in the last year only the curriculum was revised, and maybe now in the next 3-4 years the curriculum will not be again revised. So even though you send that letter, get a received copy from the university that we have submitted our suggestions. That will be sufficient for the documentary evidence that you have submitted your feedback, you have given your suggestion to the BOS members to add these points in the regular curriculum. This will be one point of action taken. The second point of action taken will be, I know that the curriculum is not going to change in next 3-4 years, because immediately in the 1 or 2 years back only the curriculum was revised by the university, and now in the next 3-4 years they are not going to change it again immediately. So what to do? Till then, maybe 3-4 batches will pass out from my institution. So what I will do is, I will have one add-on course or certificate course that will provide additional knowledge to the existing course, and that will make my student industry ready. They will bridge the gap between the industry and academia. They will have more skills and they will be more employable. So that can also be one of the action taken. So you have to take a proper action on the feedback that you have received, and accordingly you have to proceed further. So these are all the things that we have to discuss about criteria number 1. I have discussed each and every question in length. I have also given you the I have also discussed about the probable questions and their answers as well. Still, if anyone is having any question, you are free to ask the questions. I will be ready to give you answers. I will try to give the answers to these questions. Thanks a lot. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Participants have asked some questions in the chat box. Shall I read that, sir?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah. Sir, for giving the link, Vijaya Agarwal ma'am has asked whether we can give a Google Drive link.
No. That's why I told that please download the SOPs available on that website. It is clearly mentioned in that SOP that NAAC will not accept any link of any Google Drive because there can be some problem related to the access to the Google Drive. So they will not accept any link from Google Drive. They will not accept any link from other institutions' website. They will accept the link only from your institutional website. That's it.
Thank you, sir. And another question is, if the add-on course is open for other students of university, how do we calculate?
If the add-on course is open to all external students as well,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, no problem. You can count that. But in that case, when you provide the list of students to the university, you have to provide the list only for your own students and not the other students because you have to provide the enrollment number of the student along with that list. And if the student is not your own from your own institution, it will be difficult for that. Then NAAC will not accept that.
Next question is, because of financial difficulties during COVID year 2021, the add-on courses could not be conducted by our institute. Would this be considered by NAAC? How to present this?
See, NAAC people also know that in these situations in last 1.5 years, there are many institutions they were affected. In even the students, the teachers, and the other members of the institution were affected by these pandemic situation. But still, there are few institutions, those who have done excellently on even they have provided some online platform to the students and they have conducted online add-on programs as well. So I don't think they will give any excuse over there. They will take any excuse over there. But don't claim that we have not conducted. Everyone knows that in these 1.5 years, there are less number of activities conducted by the institution. In some of the situations, even where the external activities are there, we have to provide that there are nil activities, extension activities, because the students cannot go out in the actual field. So in that situation, whatever is with us, we have to provide that data. And the NAAC has also extended the reporting period for the year 2021. They have extended the period up to 31st December for SSR, not for AQR, for SSR. They have extended it for 31st December 2021. So all activities conducted under your institution till 31st December 2021 can be taken into consideration for academic year 2021 for the purpose of SSR when you are going to submit your SSR. So they have already given you extra time to conduct these activities.
And Mrs. Maitli has asked a question that whether we can conduct cross-cutting activities which are not part of the curriculum, and will that be considered?
Just check that question. It is specifically mentioned that it is related to curriculum.
Okay.
So somehow we have to manage it with some of the course, that in this particular course, this particular thing is given and it is related to that. You have to search for the link between the course and that particular thing that you are doing, that activity that you are doing.
And the person is asked whether the projects of environmental awareness and the foundation course can be considered for criteria 1.3.3.
Project means the field work and project work.
Yeah, project for foundation course and environmental awareness.
In regular curriculum, it will be accepted. You have to, because you have to provide the link of curriculum, university curriculum, that this is according to the university curriculum, the students have completed this project.
Another question is whether the questionnaire for feedback form from teachers should be same for all academic years.
It can be. It can be.
On Yes. And another question is that does a Google form work in this as feedback forms, or hard copies are needed in the DVV?
You can take online feedback. There is no such type of restriction. Online feedback can also be accepted, but in that case, you have to provide that filled in form. So you have to look after how you can provide that to the DVV for verification.
Because digitalization, this is because during this pandemic, everything is done through online. That's why they are asking this question.
Many institutions have their own feedback mechanism. They have their own feedback software developed, designed and developed by their own faculty members, and they take feedback from their institutional LMS. They don't use Google Form. They use their institutional email and LMS, learning management system, and through that only they take feedback. So that also will be accepted by the NAAC. They don't say that you have to conduct take hard copy of feedback, because it can be manipulated. It can be prepared backdated as well. But if it is on online, you can't prepare the backdated online record. So it is better if you take it online. If you have your own LMS, you can take feedback through your own LMS.
Sir, Varun has asked, what do you mean by programs offering CBCS?
Please repeat the question.
Mr. Varun is asking, what is the program offering CBCS?
CBCS means choice-based credit system, and that will be implemented by the affiliating university. You just have to conduct those programs in your institution, wherein some credit system is available to the students. So students can complete their credits and go ahead to the next term. If they don't complete or earn that much amount of credit, they will not be promoted to the next term. That credit system should be, whether that credit system is available to any of the program or not, that is the concern over there. CBCS means choice-based credit system. In our country, I think there is only credit system, there is no choice-based credit system. But in some of the institutions, now they have started with the choice-based credit system. That means a student from maybe science faculty, if he is having a liking of the subject, maybe psychology. So while doing his program, maybe BSc in mathematics, he will also take one of the course from psychology. That type of choice base is not available in many of the institutions in India. Only grade system is available, but at least that grade system is available, then we can count it under CBCS.
Another question is that in 2021, the university exams were conducted by college, and there was no evidence for the teachers appointed as a paper setter from the university. So how to document this?
If the university exam is conducted by college itself, then it is university examination, and then the college may have appointed the teachers for that university examination.
Okay.
You have the letter from university that college should conduct this university examination, final examination for the final year students, and then the college head of the institution of the college or principal of the college has appointed so and so teacher for to set the question paper or to evaluate the question paper, evaluate the answer sheet, or the principal has also appointed the person as the examiner for external viva voce examination. You can provide that documents.
Thank you, sir. And another question is feedback from stakeholders, that is parents and student satisfaction survey reports are uploaded on the institute website. Can we give that link in that case, sir?
Yes, you have to provide that link that this is the link for the feedback report and the action taken report. So it should be uploaded on your institutional website. Take a copy that link and you have to paste it while you are uploading that SSR in the NAAC portal.
Sir, another question is whether curriculum activities of teachers with regard to the autonomous college accredited by our university can be considered.
For autonomous college?
Accredited by the university.
Autonomous colleges are affiliated colleges to the university. Their affiliation is there, but they are having autonomous status. That is their curriculum. They are going to design their own curriculum. So if your teachers are working in the BOS members as the of that particular autonomous institution, that will not be accepted because it is specifically mentioned that your teacher should be BOS member of affiliated university only, not of any other institution. Even other university will also be not taken into consideration.
Thank you, sir. If the participants have any queries, you can post them in the chat box.
Even you can also send me the WhatsApp me the queries if you have any more. My mobile number is already displayed. My email address are also displayed. You can send me email or send the queries on the same number is on WhatsApp as well.
Feedback link is posted in the chat box. I request the participants to fill the feedback form. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. Melody Bitty. On that note, I, on behalf of IQAC, Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Shashun Jain College, convey my hearty thanks to our speaker, Mr. Prayag S. Shah, founder, member and treasurer, IQAC Cluster of India, for spending his time with us and inspiring us by his speech. Sir, your crystal clear explanation gives a lot of insight about criteria 1. Thank you, sir. And I would also like to thank you so much, sir, for being with us and giving us an idea of how to do the criteria documentation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.